Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hello, hello, hello. I am back. I hope you will come back too. I don't know what was happening. I was trying to do a live stream and then I lost my mind and forgot that I needed to add myself to the stage in StreamYard. First time ever doing my own live stream, so that's probably why. Anyways, hello. I have been gone for over a month and I wanted to give everybody an update of what's been happening. But I went home to the US and I went home to the US last month and was just with my kids and I was trying to work and I kind of like lost track of being able to do YouTube. It was just a little bit difficult. So I'm back and just want to tell you how that month went and I'm here to answer any questions. If anyone has any questions, let me know who's here and let me know your questions or comments or whatever. And that'd be great. So yeah, so I went to last month to Chicago and actually Tampa. I visited family. I had the best intentions to stick 100% to my carnivore diet. I failed a little bit, failed a lot, and then reaped the repercussions of that. I gained 15 pounds. I destroyed my sleep. Uh, Back pain came back, indigestion, all this stuff came back. So it's really funny because after we've been doing this way of eating for almost a year, 8 months at that point, 7 months, 8 months, whatever, at that point, and then you like fall off, and then you fall off. Uh, First, you're doing it for so long, you're like, is this really real? Are all these amazing things really real? Was it really that bad before? And yes, tell you what, it was terrible. It was terrible before, and when you fall off, it's terrible again. Hi, Mike. Yay! Mike is here. Somebody's here with me. I'm not just talking into nobody. Uh, but let me know any questions or comments. Hello, Sarah. Thank you so much for stopping by. I was just going over what was happening when I was in the US and how I went so off. Um, it was more like when I went home, I started like little by little giving myself excuses. Hello, Jasmine. Thank you. I started giving myself excuses that it was okay to like cheat. And I know I don't have that mindset here. And then in the refrigerators of my various family members, they just have junk. Not all junk, but enough junk that you're like, oh, I want to try this. I want to try that. So 15 pounds later, when I got home, I was like, oh my goodness, what have I done? What have I done? And I'm so happy that I'm home. I've lost, as of this morning, almost all the weight that I gained. Practically, I've got a few more pounds to lose. And I'm back on track, and pain is gone. And yeah, my sleep got disrupted, my indigestion was flaring up again, my stomach was hurting, my back was hurting, all this stuff that I had handled by coming to the carnivore diet or eating very low carb and lots of animal meat based, whatever. Yeah, just threw that out the window. And I really think that like my advice, I would say, is don't have anything in your house that's gonna deflect you from your major purpose of what you're trying to achieve. I hope that makes sense. Like right now in my fridge, I have meat, I have butter, and I have eggs. And I got to do some shopping, but that's what I have in the fridge at the moment. So it's like super helpful. Uh, Mike says, I did similar at Thanksgiving just for one day, but yeah, it's going to be good for Christmas. I'm going to be good for Christmas. Great. Yeah, me too. Me too. Um, my neighbors, they moved to Peru and they gave us like a going away present, which was really funny because we weren't the ones going away, they were, and they gave us a bottle of wine. I'm like, Caesar, what are we going to do with this wine? We just have a bottle of wine sitting there. Anyone want to come over and drink the wine? We'll figure it out. Maybe I don't know. Maybe we'll throw it away. Sarah says, I eat carbs when visiting. At home, I can control my diet better. Yeah, exactly. It's a lot easier if your whole environment is like set up for you so that you can't go off. It is a little bit harder, but I'm not saying it's like impossible. Hi, Leslie. Hello. It's not impossible, like if you're on vacation, to like just handle it and stay the course, but you just have to arrange it before. Like, that is a great idea. Give the wine as a Christmas gift. Thank you. I'm going to do that. Just maybe, I don't know who's going to get it, but somebody will get it. That's a great idea. Anyways, like the first week that the second day I got there, my sister took me to Costco and I was like really impressed actually. Like I bought brisket, I brought a ton of ground beef, I bought eggs, I bought bacon and butter, and it was like $120. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. You can totally easily do carnivore in the US. I had no idea, because I've been living in Colombia. So carnivore is way easy here. It's way easy. We just go to the butcher. But I was like super impressed at how cheap it was at Costco. And then I tried various ways to cook that brisket. And the best way me and my sister figured out how to cook it was with the sous vide. Highly recommended. Do sous vide brisket. It will change your life forever. Also, the brisket was pretty cheap for how much we got at Costco. So sous vide brisket, it's like 8 hours later, if you're willing to wait 8 hours for your food. So we got 8 people here. Do you guys have any questions or anything you'd like to know about me, my life, what I've been up to? Any questions on carnivore? I do know I have been doing this, even though I fell hard. I have been doing this for 8 months and I've had a lot of success. Or if you guys want to like shout out like how much weight you've lost or what your favorite success on carnivore is, I would love to hear about that and toss it up on the screen. So let me know. The other thing I want to say is that while I'm still chatting away here, is that when I went to Chicago, my kids were with me, and my son is very skinny, and but not like sickly. He just is like a normal kid, how like a normal kid should look. And one day I looked at him when we were in the U.S. and he's like, he just went all in on the standard American diet. And all of a sudden his cheeks were I'm like, how did my son get so chubby in 3 weeks? How did this happen? Like, I know how it happened, but I didn't expect like such a drastic change in like his body and in his face in such a short period of time. And so it really occurred to me, like, I really understand how kids in the US can have like childhood obesity and younger and younger kids are getting diabetes because it's just so easy, so fast to like just get metabolically ill. And it was just crazy for me. But like me, my son is back to normal, and he just lost it. I'm sure it was just water weight, but it was a huge noticeable difference in his face. I'll have to like put up a picture. I don't have it available, but it was like so crazy. It was just like one day I'm like, what happened to you? Why are you chubby? Because I'm not used to that. Okay, I got a question here. Let's see. Laura Russell says, we did brisket with ribeye fat in the oven for 8 hours overnight. Oh, wow, that's great. Thank you. I'm going to try that. That sounds awesome. Okay, here we go. So does your husband also do carnivore? Yes, basically he does. And he has always not wanted me to eat carbohydrates. He's never had an issue with my weight being up or down, but he just wanted me to be healthy. So me going on carnivore, he's basically followed suit. He sometimes eats fruit that's in the house. And once in a while he'll have something else, but it's not in the house. Like maybe he'll want an ice cream cone, but he hasn't eaten that stuff recently. It's like more and more. In fact, when I went to the US, it was like he became totally carnivore almost. He said he was almost just eating eggs because he didn't want to cook. So that's very funny. But yes, that's that. Let's see. Jasmine says, it is absolutely crazy how noticeably swollen I became when I go off track. It's weird to think I never noticed it before. Yeah, I understand totally. I felt the same way, but now doing this and then like comparing the 1 month difference, I could tell. But yeah, absolutely. Moni Chippewa, hello. Are your children all carnivore? Basically, more or less, they went totally off in Chicago and in Florida, but they eat a lot of meat. They eat like, they love chicken legs. They love steak. They love bacon. They're very carnivore. They eat a lot of eggs. We have fruit for them in the house. They're not like, there's nothing, they're totally healthy is what I'm trying to say. So, and also if we go out and they ask for something specific, like they love KFC. Yes, there's KFC in Colombia. We will let them eat that. I know it's totally like has like seed oils and stuff like that and flour. I don't want them to have an idea that they're, how do I explain this? That they're being forced to eat a certain way. And then later they just go off. Like when they're a teenager. What do teenagers do? Revolt. I don't want them to revolt. So I want to give them an option, but in the house, yeah. So if they want something special, we have to go outside for it. And we don't just on a whim go outside if they like are demanding Kentucky Fried Chicken. so that's that. But the other point with my kids, and specifically my son, is that he is outside. So I live in a gated community and there's security, and like I know a lot of the moms and dads, there's just tons of kids here. So even if I'm still working at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, he'll just go outside. And sometimes he doesn't come home till 8 because we live in this like little bubble of peace. Like nothing's going to happen. It's totally safe here. So even though he's 7, he will go outside for hours. He also will bring his sister with him, and she's a little bit younger, and they'll just be outside. And I think that's really important for children's health, to just be able to be outside for hours a day, playing and getting sun and running around and stuff like that. Leslie Ann, it's very powerful feeling to do something that most can't do. It's very rewarding. Yes, that's true. That is true. Sheila Church, hello. Lost 69 pounds since 4/1. Wow, that's so amazing. I started in March and I've only lost 30 pounds. That is fantastic. Arthritis pain reduced tremendously, off insulin, but still on other diabetic medications. Okay, well, that's great. Great news. Let's see. Eat your health with carnivore. Yes, eat your health with carnivore. Yes, this is my 4th Thanksgiving. It definitely gets easier as we made beef ribs overnight and ate them like a cave woman. I'm going to your house next year. That's awesome. Let's see. Overcoming carbs. Hello, how are you? How much weight have you lost now? Let's see. So you doing what we do? I have a 14-year-old. Okay, yeah. I have a 14-year-old. He knows if he eats too much junk, he will say, yeah, I need to eat a steak. That's great. Yeah, exactly. And one of the places we went to was with my uncle. He lives in Rockford, Illinois. We went to a place called Golden Chopsticks, and they do serve like you can get fish and steak there and stuff like that. But my son went all in on like the most carbohydrate-y stuff you could get at a Chinese food place. He ate pizza, French fries, and ice cream. I'm like, you're not even going to try like the Chinese food? Anyways, and then that night he was like, oh my God, my stomach hurts so bad. Why am I in so much pain? And I'm like, well, that's because of the food you ate. I'm so sorry. But so I'm glad that he can get like, was it intuitive eating? He knows if he eats certain foods now, he's going to feel terrible. And if he eats other foods, he's going to feel great. 110 pounds. Huzzah! Dr. Brave Finger. Awesome. That's awesome. Oh, yes. Congratulations on your weight loss. Overcoming carbs. It's totally amazing. Have you tried any organ meats? Yes, I tried brain, actually. I have a short about that. I tried brain in Florida. And just to be clear, it was lamb brain, and it was very good. It tastes kind of organy. It tastes less organy than other organs. If you've tried organs, they have a certain like flavor. I would recommend maybe, I was just eating it like on a fork. Maybe eat it with a piece of steak, might be better, easier to go down. It was really like fatty, and I love eating like chunks of fat, but it was just a little different. The texture, kind of odd. Maybe my brain grew after eating brain. I had duck for Thanksgiving and ate all the organs from it. Yes, good job. Oh, I had some organ meats at Thanksgiving, I think. I think I had turkey liver. I think I did have turkey liver. What makes Colombia so different than the States that it makes it so easy to do carnivore there? Okay, so there's many things. In the States, this is a great question. In the States, like every corner, you've got a McDonald's or some fast food place, and you can just drive there. There's Starbucks. There's all this stuff. And like Starbucks is full of sugar unless you order a black coffee, but the coffee there is terrible. So you're going to add stuff to it. It's just like in the US, things are so set up like where you can get ultra highly processed, cheap foods. So foods that are not foods, super fast, accessible, easy. I will say if you go to Wendy's, you can just buy burger patties. But I mean, to get enough, that's going to be like $30. So that's kind of silly also because they're like $2 a patty. Okay, so you have that. In Colombia, you don't have that same scenario. It's not so easy to just go get highly processed ultra highly processed foods. Here, if you go to the grocery store, I mean, they're similar, but there's way less in the middle aisles. You get what I'm saying? Like, there is like crap, but there's way less crap. And the crap here tastes not as good as the crap in the US, if that makes sense. I don't know how to explain that. Also, I think here the culture likes to eat more healthily, more naturally. And I don't necessarily agree with the foods they eat. Like, I can't eat rice. I don't like rice. I cannot eat beans. But people are going to be eating, versus McDonald's, they're going to be eating more rice, beans, salads, things like this, which I know that for us, we don't necessarily agree that's healthy, but that's like way above and way better than McDonald's, Domino's, etc. There are Domino's here. It's just the culture of eating out at fast food places is totally different. I think that's one thing. And then for me doing carnivore here is easy because I have my husband here as my number one supporter, and he's amazing. And without him, I don't think I would have done it, which showed what happened when I went to the US. I just didn't set it up properly. You get what I'm saying? There's just a lot of differences. It's really easy to get very good meat here, and it is in the US also. It just seems a little bit easier. But I haven't been in the US a lot. I just was there last month, and I just noticed the ultra highly processed food is so easily accessible, and it's not as easily accessible here, and it's not as good. And you're not going to find, like, in people's houses, you're not going to find a ton of boxed stuff. You're going to find you're going to find like beans that need to be sitting out all night in water and then cooked for hours the next day. You're not going to find like cookies, crackers. I don't know how to explain it. You're going to find more fresh things than prepackaged things. So I hope that answers your question. Laura, last weekend we got a large doe we processed. Wow, our own. So I ground it with kidneys and liver and a few pounds of ribeye fat. That's amazing. How? Cool. That's very cool. Hello, Christy. Ron, I did see this. This is great. I'm so happy your wife lost 20 pounds. That's amazing. She must feel awesome. And Laura, we live a few hours south of Rockford. That's amazing. Do you live in Chicago? Because that's a few hours south of Rockford. Anyways, I've gone through all the comments. Anyone else have any other questions for me? Any other comments? A few other things I wanted to talk about were, I think actually I pretty much covered them. That was a really good question. I wanted to talk about the differences between the Colombia and the US. One huge difference that's not really diet related, but people really care about how they look. And I know that sounds really bad, I guess. People here care so much about how they look. They're at the gym, they're exercising, they're trying to eat healthy, however they consider eating healthy is. And I just noticed that is a huge difference here maybe just it's different than in the Midwest. I was definitely shocked. As people know, I have always, as I've talked about a lot, maybe people don't know this, but I have had issues with my weight my whole life. Especially being in Chicago. Chicago is like the worst thing for me because I love food so much. I love pizza. I love hot dogs. I love the food culture of Chicago. So I just need to not be there. But as a kid, I was very chubby. I was 100 pounds and like 4 foot nothing at 10 years old. And when I moved away from Chicago a bit later, I lost a bunch of weight. I started eating healthier. However, I thought of just eating, I knew if I stopped eating like pancakes, I would lose some weight, for instance. And so later teens and through my 20s, I could keep my weight under control if I didn't eat carbohydrates. And I didn't realize that was like a keto or carnivore thing. it was like something in the early 2000s. My friend was like, hey, let's do this thing called, what is it called? The Atkins diet. So since then, I was always like, oh, okay, if I don't eat carbohydrates, I will lose weight. And so I forgot about that apparently when I was in my 30s and getting pregnant and getting obese. And hey, Mason, how are you? How are you doing? Thanks so much for stopping by. I know you're very busy. Um, have I lost any more weight from my last video? No, Ron, I gained 15 pounds when I went to the US. This is the controversy. I will lose more weight. I've almost lost it all. I'm almost back down to where I was when I left. So I know I'll keep going, and I will keep you updated as I do update videos. My Spanish is it's pretty good. It's pretty good. When you live in a country that speaks another language, and if you want friends, you learn the language. And like I was watching John Wick 4 last night, and I was like, hey, wait, this is not in English. So I switched it over to English, but it was like several minutes in, and then I was like, oh, I should change the language to my language. But it wasn't like it took me a while to figure out I wasn't listening to it in my language. So yes, I do speak Spanish. Someone a couple days ago said even my accent was good, so that was pretty nice. Let's see. I want to make sure I got all of these comments. John Wick 4, did he die? What do you think? I'm just, I'm a little suspicious. I'm a little suspicious because there's an incomplete storyline in the middle of the movie of that one Japanese dude's daughter threatening to kill the other Japanese dude, and that never took place and he lived. So I'm thinking there might be a John Wick 5, but that's kind of off the subject of carnivore. Maybe John Wick was a carnivore. He never ate in any of the movies. Oh, by the way, watching John Wick, you could literally watch it in like Russian and still understand what's happening. So I guess my point is not really valid. You can watch it on mute and muted, and you can understand what's happening. I did not watch the end credits. No, I turned it off. So I'll watch that tonight. I'll watch that tonight and pick it up from where I left off. Yeah, there you go. Let's see. So plans for the coming weeks, I will be doing interviews again with people. I'm going to stick to trying to do them on Saturday and Sunday mornings. If anyone wants to do that, shoot me an email. I would love to have you on my channel, but I've been reworking my schedule with my husband so we can put more time in, like compartmentalize it a bit better, compartmentalize like the things we're trying to handle a bit better. So I'm going to do interviews on Saturday and Sunday morning. And like, Mike, if you want to come on the show, if you want to come on my channel and we can talk live stream or pre-recorded, please shoot me an email, or anyone else watching. That's awesome. By the way, 17 people are watching right now. If you have not said hello, please say hello. Even if you never say hello, just say hello in the chat so I can see who's here. Anyways, any other questions, comments? Let's see. What are I'm going to ask you guys questions now. Hello, Elizabeth. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Why don't you guys let me know what your go-to carnivore meal is to give me some ideas, because all I really eat is steak and eggs and some pork. I need some more ideas. So if you guys can help me out here, that would be great. I don't really need to eat anything else, but I'm just curious if there is anything else out there. Let's see here. I wanted to put one thing up. John Wick 4 was like watching a video game. Seriously. Yes, exactly. That's what I was thinking. Okay, so goals for 2024. I've got a lot of goals for 2024. My husband and I, we want to double the production in our business. I would like to personally reverse my thyroid condition. I would like to lose another 50 pounds and really do communicate to a lot of people on YouTube and really like help share people's stories. I would love to share like 100 stories next year. That's a lot of work, but that would be amazing. Of people who have had wins or successes with the carnivore diet, or even like low carb. Like if I could eat vegetables, I would. I just can't. I don't feel good at all eating them. So, I mean, maybe I can try again. It's been months, but there you go. Jasmine says, I'm usually ribeye and eggs, pretty much prime rib burgers. Prime rib burgers. Wow. That sounds amazing. Look at these great ideas. Costco organic party wings. All right, that's a good one. That's a good one. Check out Christy, Meeting Wellness. Check out my meatloaf recipe relay challenge. I started and passed it on to another YouTuber who added an ingredient. 2 more YouTubers to go, but 4 meatloaf recipes out there. Nice. I will check out that video. Maybe I will do that challenge. Let's see. I eat ribeyes, with ribeye fat, crispy bites as a side. That's awesome. I eat lion as it has helped all my issues with menopause, brain fog, depression, anxiety. That's wonderful. Laura, would you like to come and talk to me on my channel sometime? That would be great. I would love to share your story with as many people as possible. I especially I like everybody's successes, but when people have like resolved mental health issues, I love that. It's beautiful. Like you can be fat and that's like one thing, and overweight. And I don't mean to sound politically incorrect or whatever, but I think mental health is so important, so much more important than losing a few pounds. I mean, we need to lose weight and be a healthy size, but the mental health is amazing. Great. I'm only going to be I think I'm going to restart this big time after New Year's. Yeah. All right. So what else? Why don't you guys let me know how y'all are going to handle Christmas? So we are going to most likely be at my mother-in-law's house, which is fine because we can cook the food and we can control it. And I think we're going to barbecue something. I'm not sure. We'll barbecue something. And so that should be pretty easy. And maybe brisket. Brisket or ribeye sound good for Christmas. What are you guys going to do? And I'm going to do a video about this because I'm actually going to my mother-in-law's house tomorrow. Oh, by the way, the reason I'm doing this live stream at all is that my kids and my husband are at my mother-in-law's house. So I'm like totally empty. And I'm like, I need friends. I need to talk to people. And y'all showed up. So thanks for helping me out there. Anyways, so I'm going there tomorrow, and they live in the mountains, and they have like 3 houses on the property going up the side of this mountain. And I'm going to do a video there because they have this like super duper old, like oven made out of clay. And it only is, it's with wood. You cook with wood. It's super old. Anyways, I'm going to try to cook some food there and do some videos. I'm going to try to cook brisket and we'll see what happens. Here we go. Your crazy uncle, I'm still waiting for your email for like 3 months. I think, did you ever send me one? All right, here we go. Summer sausage, eggs and cheese. Oh, love that. Is that for Christmas or is that just like in general what you eat? Moni, I hope I'm saying it right. Chippewa. Yes, ma'am. Mental health is beyond important. I lost my husband's suicide in 2002. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about that. So yes, please get that word out. Absolutely. 100%. Mike, it's looking like it will just be me this Christmas. So easy peasy lemon squeezy. Yeah, it's easier when you're by yourself for sure. But on Christmas, okay. All right. After my disastrous Thanksgiving LOL, I think I'm just going to stay home, relax for the day, and avoid the food. That's a great idea. Sounds like a day for a Lord of the Rings marathon. That's what we did last Christmas. We did Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. All right, Laura Russell. I have an interview with either Dr. Baker, January 5th, or any Sunday. I'm good. Great. Awesome. He's so nice. I spoke with him last week and did an interview with him. He's fantastic. Obviously he's fantastic, but I was nervous at first and then just realized how cool and how nice he was. So that's gonna be great. Oh, good. Any Sunday. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna do Saturday or Sunday. So I will reach out to you. I'm gonna write a note so I don't forget. Laura Russell. I'm gonna reach out to you after in January. There you go. You're on my list, lady. Thank you. It's gonna be great. All right. Well, I don't have anything else to talk about, unfortunately. So what do you guys have anything else you'd like to go over before I call it quits on this little impromptu live stream? Just let me know in the chat. I'm going once, going twice. Last thing I will say, and I'm quite proud of myself, is that today was the first time I went to a gym in years. And this is how terrible I am. Like I said, I live in this beautiful gated community. We have 2 pools. We have a gym, a fully operational gym. We have a football field or a soccer field, a basketball court, a tennis court, all these various things, mini golf actually kind of random, and a place for kids to go bicycling. So today I mean, they just finished setting up the gym really recently, but it was always there. I could have gone and exercised. So I'm so happy to say that I went and I exercised today, and it was great. People should do it. I know a lot of people on the carnivore diet, they do or don't exercise, and that's not like the big deal, but man, I felt so much better. I was like super groggy, and then when I came out, I was like full of life and ready to do this live stream. And I've never done this by myself before, so I really appreciate y'all for showing up. Means a lot to me. Thank you so much. And I will just, again, last call for questions, comments, communications of any sort. Let's see, what's this say? Ron, had to after visiting the States. Yeah. Yeah, I was on the bike, and then I was trampolining, and yeah, there you go. Oh man, oh my goodness. No, it's so funny because my sister, I was visiting her, and she's the one that was hosting Thanksgiving this year, and she's like always been like the opposite of me. Like she's not, I mean, at one point she got obese, but that was like really weird, and she handled it like that. But she's always been the skinny one, and I've always been the fat one. So, but anyways, we have other than the fact that she was the skinny one and I'm the fat one, if you eat crap, you're going to feel like crap. So her delicious Thanksgiving dinner, both of us the next day are like, oh, what are we doing? Like her stomachs hurt so bad. And it was funny because she was the one who prepared all the food. She says now, because she eats a very certain way, it's not carnivore, but she has figured out exactly what she needs to eat to make herself feel good. But yeah, Thanksgiving, she said now the only time she has problems is if she's doing Thanksgiving or holidays. Overrated holidays. Anyways, we just want to push that food. Okay. Just good to see you. Thank you. Have a great day. Thank you. You too. All right, y'all. All right. Thank you so much. I'm so happy that we got to chat. I'm so happy I got to talk to y'all. And there you go. We will talk again. And okay. Last question. 17 people. What sorts of, can we do a little survey? Put in the comments, what sorts of videos do you want to see from me? I'm just curious. What are your favorite things to see, like blogs, how to cook food, recipes, or interviews of other people? I'm just curious what y'all like so I can produce the content you would like to see. And if you can do that, that'd be great. Oh, cooking videos. Elizabeth says cooking videos. Okay, noted. Thank you. Anyone else? Because I love doing the interviews with people. I love to hear their stories, but I'm just curious what you guys like interviewing others. Okay, great. And Sheila, I'll put you on my list to reach out if you would like to be interviewed. Oni, I like it all. Great. Awesome. That's helpful. Okay. Elizabeth interviews. Okay. And Elizabeth, also, if you would like to share your success story, you can shoot me an email and we will arrange that. I'm going to have 2 slots a week to do interviews. Motivational get up and move ideas. Here you go. Do the Ken Berry one. Stand up, sit down, stand up. Apparently you do that 15 times. Get up and move. Get up and move. Stand up, sit down. Oh, this is from the Keto Cookout. It says Keto Cutie. If you want one of those shirts, check out the Keto Cookout. All right, there you go. All right, Sheila, maybe. Okay. Walking is also good for your health, and it's very helpful. So there you go. All right, this time for real, I'm ending. Thank you so much. I will talk to you all later. Bye.